Alright, good morning everyone, and welcome to yet another attempt at Hexxit II Hardcore. This will be an attempt for two different things, not just to see how long I can last in Hexxit II Hardcore, but also to see if I can actually get the Spotify track to not be detected. First, I gotta let the world load first. I'm just gonna spawn me in, and then just switch to here. Okay, what the heck? I should have detected. There we go. So now we can test out the other audio channel, and hopefully it works. Oh, what is that doing on my main monitor? Give me a second. Can't see because it's only detecting Minecraft. Let me just switch to here. Come on, I clicked the thing. Ooh, starting off with a banger. Okay, finish loading the world. Okay, there we go. You got some stories, Lily? What kind of stories? Okay, this was not the best start for a Hexxit 2 world, because it just left me on an island. So I'm going to try again. Okay, there we go. You want to hear me read some more Super Smash Brothers song from God? Man, was that a roller coaster when I had heard like the first couple of chapters of that. Some other time, perhaps. There's like a part of me that is curious about it. Then it got to some real. Then it got to some real turns. Got to some real crazy turns. Oh, hang on. Let me just. Let's see. Is that better? Okay, is that better? Thank you for letting me know, by the way. I'm looking at the bars for Hexxit, not Hexxit 2. I'm looking at the bars for OBS, and I think they're... You might want to turn it down a little, or turn up your mic volume. Hang on, I need to test if... voice mod is doing that thing. Okay, so maybe it wasn't the music after all. Is it better now? I apologize for that. Sometimes voice mod will do that if I don't reset it every now and then. Okay, now it should be working. Do we got things working now? Okay, thank goodness. It took away, like, any bass effect that I'd give. And for some reason it would... And for some reason it just took away any, like, gain increase. Oh, what is with the lag? That might be the little issue. It did turn out to be the issue, Steve. Unfortunately, sometimes it does it. Such is the price I pay. Oh, hold up. Such is the price I pay for wanting to do things like this every now and then. There are no solutions, only trade-offs. I know it's a famous quote. I don't remember who said it, but I know it's a... But I know it's a famous quote that applies a lot to real life. There's already diamonds over there. What are the chances? I want to read more of the fan fiction for you. You know, maybe one of these days off stream, I'll dedicate a night to that and see how unusual it gets. Because I have no idea, like, once it was getting to that really unusual territory, I have no idea whether or not the TOS would come for me. Still, it was, like, very unusual once Osama was mentioned. What the heck was that? Yeah, so interesting story about that, Steve. My most recent follower not only followed me, but before that, I think I have a screenshot of this somewhere. Wait, do I even have it saved on the snipping tool? No, I do not. If I can just pull this up... Let me go to where I sent screenshots before. Open this in another tab. I want to save this so I can import it into OBS and show you guys. Okay, just name this. And then once that's done, let me just import an image. So not only did my most recent follower by the name of WavyBot follow me, but also, once I get to the file... Oh my goodness, I hate how the hard drive is working. Okay, I just go to here. Look at what they did. This was on my throne before. For a bit. These are things that I added for if I were to do a budget oncer cosplay. And they actually funded this. I'd actually have to do it now. I didn't think anyone was gonna do it. Like, I appreciate the follow from Wavy and funding this, but also, Wavy, You're on thin ice if you're watching this. So yeah, I guess at some point in the near future, expect a Once or cosplay. If Lyra shows up, don't tell her. She will not let me hear the end of this. Especially since she is a huge Onceler stan. I've gotten, like, so thrown off from this that I forgot that I was supposed to be building a house somewhere. But yeah, not only close to 100 followers, but also the fact that I'd actually have to do a Onceler cosplay now. The cursed Tumblr sexy man. It's also my youngest brother's birthday today. Oh, happy birthday to your youngest brother, Lily. Got some sticks. Make one of these, and one of those. Also, for those that aren't already aware, Monday night, we will actually be having our first community night. We'll be playing golf with your friends. This could either be a good thing or a bad thing, because whenever I host the game, I do tend to load the most unusual workshop maps. Well, maybe not the most unusual, but the most chaotic that I could find that stand out to me. I'm looking forward to trying this out. And then at some point in the near future, I'll do the same for games like, maybe Duck Game, Gang Beasts, maybe? Team Fortress 2? And who knows, maybe even a big old game of Repo. I'm in the portal station, sir. I'm curious on the Let Me In VC. I think it's odd having it next the dumpster and the trash can. Yeah, those are for like the associates of mine, the ones that I know pretty well. I mean, the ones that I know well enough that I can just have them on for whenever I'm live and would like company. And those are... And what the queue is... I mean, what the Let Me In thing, that's if, like... The difference between that and the dumpster is, like, the Let Me In thing is for if people are waiting to be dragged in. So if it were something like one of those Let's Play kind of streams where I'd be playing a game and a few others would be wanting to watch and experience with me. Not just like through the stream, but like as if it was a Game Grumps or Oni Plays kind of thing, but in Discord. That's what that's there for. Or if they wanted to join in for any of the multiplayer games that I'd be hosting. Like on Monday, like a Monday night, golf with your friends. And I'm looking forward to trying out more of those. What's a good flat surface to place all the wood? Ah, yes, 39. This, if you ask me, is a hidden gem by Queen. Oh, morning, Lyra. I wonder what other games I could do for any community nights or just nights involving the mutuals. Depending on like how big the server ends up getting, it might be the community nights might be less and the mutual nights would be more frequent by comparison if it ends up getting too big. Well, not too big. If it ends up getting like larger than expected. Jackbox might, Jackbox might be one of them, maybe? Though when it comes to Jackbox, I mainly tend to lean towards games like Quiplash 3. That's an absolute favorite of mine. I really need to get an upgrade of tools. Yeah, this, if you ask me, is an underrated Queen song compared to others. It's about a story involving this man who would leave for a space trip, and because of the way that space travel works, it is only a year when he arrives back home. It is only a year that he ages, but he ends up 100 years into the future, where most of his family is pretty much gone, aside from what would be his grandkids. If you can, I recommend giving that a listen. Most of the attention of Queen is usually brought to Freddie Mercury, but Brian May, Roger Taylor, and John Deacon definitely deserve a lot of appreciation. John Deacon, I feel like, is especially underrated. It's thanks to him that Another One Bites the Dust became a thing. It is also thanks to Michael Jackson that Another One Bites the Dust became a single, because he was hanging out with Queen before and recommended that they release Another One Bites the Dust as a single. So that's cool. This looks like a flat enough surface. Alright, going here. I know I have a sheet somewhere that displays the list of games that I tend to play and games that I'd be looking forward to playing. Now, unfortunately, it doesn't display Dead by Daylight on there, but that doesn't mean I'm opposed to playing that. I'm usually down for Dead by Daylight. That's included in the part that says, I'm down for pretty much a lot of different options. And I did happen to play Dead by Daylight last night. If there are some mutual followers of ours, then if you know, you know. Is this a good enough surface? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There we go. 3, 4. And now that May has begun, I'm a few weeks closer to not being as busy, so I can get to bigger and better stuff. And I guess that's one thing that has me in a lot more of a hyped mood than usual. Let's see, other games that could come to my mind besides Golf with Your Friends and Repo. Oh, another underrated one. Let me add one to the counter. What? That's supposed to reset. Ah, well. I'll have to figure that out later. Yeah, Good Company is another underrated Queen hit. From the same album as Bohemian Rhapsody and 39, the song that was playing earlier. Where do I find a good source for food? Place a crafting table here. Smelt some of this. There should have been some barley nearby. Should probably make some tools as well. I've got some ideas in mind. Besides golf with your friends and repo, there could also be TF2, Duck Game, Gang Beasts, Pummel Party, Jackbox, maybe Team Fortress 2 on a server that isn't infested with bots. Possibly even Gary's mod. Not sure about Sandbox, but I am huge on game modes like Prop Hunt and TTT, or Trouble in Terrorist Town. As well as Murder. I wasn't like the biggest on Sandbox. I watched like a lot of Gmod videos that were in the Sandbox game mode, and I would usually find entertainment in those. But if you put me in Gmod Sandbox, I feel like it'd be difficult for me to come up with something creative. In like a lot of Sandbox games, I tend to hit some kind of creative block, and then it kind of sticks with me for a while. For like a Minecraft thing for the community, I have no idea, because I feel like with the Minecraft server, there could be like a few things. This goes with like any Minecraft server that I'm in. I could find a few things to do, and then like I reach a point where I'm like, okay, so what now? Plus, I don't know if I can afford a... Oh, no, there's a skeleton. Plus, I don't know if I have, like, any funds to afford a realm. Oh, there's a rat. No, we're trying that again. That was too short of a run. You guys deserve more time. Oh yes, we got Def Leppard. The music's not too quiet, is it? Let's see, others that could come to my mind. What other ones that come to my mind? For like any that would involve mutuals, there's like a lot of the games on that sheet that I mentioned before that can also include some Nintendo 64 games and some GameCube games. Dude, why aren't there more like available collabs when it comes to the GameCube game Ribbit King through NetPlay? If there were like any of those, I would immediately say yes. But that would also depend. But I would be more likely to say yes if it was with people that I'm familiar with, or people that I know through friends or mutuals. Because that's the big rule that I go by when it comes to like working with anyone really. I'm the kind of person that's like, I don't care how big your channel is or how small your channel is. I'll put it the way that CNNers put it. Here's the thing. I don't care about how big your channel is, how small your channel is. If you're cool, you're cool. If you're fun, you're fun. Most of the people that I meet are through friends. So if you know somebody that I know, chances are we'll meet in the future. Who knows? That's usually how it works for me. I'm also the kind of person that's like, if I'm asked to collab, I would usually say yes. But if I'm the one asking, not that I think it would be a bad thing for me to ask, just sometimes I'll get anxious doing so. But I'm starting to get out of that bubble. For the most part, I'm not really against collabing at least once. If I feel like the vibes don't really work well, then I guess I'm like, oh well, I guess we found out the hard way. But usually it's hard for me to not get along with most people. For the most part, anyways. Anyone that would, like, actually irritate me would be just not good people. I tend to have a high tolerance for a lot of stuff. Just like any backstabbing, any backstabbing. You want to get backstabbed? Is that what you want? Any of that, I have, like, zero tolerance for. Even if people will have, like, different vibes compared to me in the sense of, like, some that I know that will be just complete gooners, while here I am just being the straight man to that. I feel like that works pretty well. What am I doing? I need to look for cobblestone. Oh, plenty of this kind of stuff. Luckily, I won't go hungry this time. I wonder how many streamers that play copyrighted music will have, like, stuff from the 50s play. I'm probably not the first one. But it's funny to imagine that there are, like, a few of them out there that'll do this. Oh! I should not be close to that snake. Snake! I will chop this tree. This seems safe by comparison. Oh, no, he's still following me. I'm keeping my distance from you. Oh. I'm gonna just let you take care of your own business. Is that a cobra? Oh, no, you don't. Oh, it didn't drop an egg. Okay, stop being poisoned. Stop being poisoned. You good? Okay. We're gonna need to borrow some of the carrots. There we go. Fill the hunger back up. Should be back to full health in no time. Ah, yes. Chat, welcome to the 70s. Where you have access to things that would probably be against sobriety. I don't know what words I was looking for. I know there's like a lot of things from the 70s and 80s on the playlist that I have. But if it evens anything out for if it evens anything out for you guys, I will make sure to cue something from a more recent year as well to balance things out. I just need to find a good example. What is something from the 2020s that I could cue on here? Because I was just queuing twerp not too long ago. You know, why not? Let's cue some more twerp. Oh, this is a great one. That's up next. There we are. Oh, another game that I could include. I gotta figure out how to reset the counter after every stream. I know what other game that I can include for community night or just night if playing with others. Some other games I could include are World at War Zombies through the Plutonium client and Black Ops 2 multiplayer, specifically gun game. Because I like how chaotic gun game can be. What up, bro? Wait, is that? No, wait, is that the same Jaws man that I might be thinking of? I could be wrong. It is? Oh, long time no see, man. How have things been? I was not expecting a familiar I was not expecting a familiar name to show up. I mean, usually I will, but I would not have expected the one and only Jaws man. Things have been doing okay. How about you? Things have been going great on my end. I've been able to put myself out there a little bit more and try out not just only have a VTuber model, but being able to work with others through friends and meet new people. I haven't been around in a while. Apparently the group is all separated. Yeah, sometimes that kind of thing can happen. A lot of the times we'll find out the hard way that a lot of different people will not mesh the best. But we end up growing from there. What can I find in this house? Ooh, I'm taking that. I still talk to Nick a lot. Same here. The DMs haven't been as frequent, but we still managed to keep in touch. Was it you or Will that sent me a little plush whale shark? That might have been Will. Cause I remember Will being like the Santa Claus of the group for 2020. when it came to that group's Christmas thing of 2020. Are y'all related? Me and Will? No. Me and Nick? No. Josh I'm related to, as well as my other brother. Whether or not there'd be a stream with all three of us, that would have to depend on whether or not Josh is down for it, and whether or not my other brother, Jeff, has the time. Because the thing is, he is employed. I'm not. And that can be challenging to plan around. Although, he does usually happen to be free during the weekends. So if it was a weekend, it'd be easier for him to work with. As for whether or not Josh would be down, I'd have to see. How did a crab get up here? Are there any other chests I can find up here? Oh, I almost made a mistake there. Ooh. Struck some good stuff. Do I want another shovel? Probably not. But I can use all the wheat for bread and not have to worry about hunger for a while. Sorry, ad break, so I missed what you said. Back then I couldn't tell your voices apart. Maybe because I wasn't that active. Really? It's hard for me to see the similarities between my voice and Will's. Maybe it's something that some people can notice that I can't and Will can't, but I don't really see it. Ooh. I've struck the mother lode. Full iron, well not full iron, but some good iron armor. Do y'all still talk? Yeah, a lot of us do. A lot of the time there isn't really like much bad blood to be had with me. It takes a lot for me to cut someone off. Gotta be one of those people that make stabes. As Jumbo would say in the TF2 days, you want to get big stabbed, is that what you want? And I'm gonna big stab this guy. I need to find a safe house. A lot of the people will also like still appear in streams of mine as well. So we'll do things online and offline. For like the online stuff, it depends. And when I say online and offline, I mean online in terms of streaming, since that has been a recent focus of mine. Your server's still active? Not the one that you were in before. But what I had done recently is make one for just a few, and then we have the Twitch community server of mine that I had started as of earlier last year, which will be for I need to switch to the iron axe already. Yeah, we got the community server, the joyful portal station for things for community related stuff, and for like some of the mutuals that I would end up meeting and wanting to play games with, if they're ever down for it. Because I think trying to combine a friend group and a community kind of thing might not be the smartest idea. Sometimes that's something that we figure out before making that mistake. Sometimes that's something that we find out the hard way. I think it's funny, the Orca vs. Shark 10th anniversary is coming up next week, and so many people who are in it aren't in the group anymore. Yeah, a lot of the time... Oh. Yeah, a lot of the time, like... There are some people that will just fall out of contact, and then... In some other ways... people change. Not much else for me to say on that part. That's as much as I'm... Well, it's like one or two people that would change. Not really much to go into there. Yeah, it's a bummer. Sometimes these things do happen, and a lot of the time there's not much else we could do but move on from there. But at the very least, I can be happy with the people that I still have around. This song had come up, and I was almost worried whether or not I made a mistake, but then I realized it's a single version, so it's the one that it's the one that doesn't have the F slur in it. I was about to be worried if it was the original that had the F slur in it. TOS wouldn't like that. Oh. Oh, there it is, an actual... You know what? I'm not gonna say the thing, I already said it when I was playing Choicer Voicer. I'm not gonna say the phrase, I'm not gonna say the Minecraft movie phrase again. Yeah, definitely. Okay, what do we got here? I still haven't found a place to put the house yet. I've gotten so thrown off with just seeing what I can find. And then... Oh! Speaking of getting distracted... There was a place that the village was. Oh, here it is. Yeah, at this point I've been able to... Thanks to a lot of mutual friends, I have been able to meet some... I have been able to meet some new people that I would not have expected to be in some projects. I gotta head out again, but it was awesome seeing you again. Yeah, I was glad to hear from you again too, Jaws. Hoping the rest of the day is great. Now, where is that village? That's the way to do it. Play the guitar on the MTV. That ain't working. That ain't working. Where is that village? Maybe I should just stop searching for it and find a place to put my house already. This might be a good spot. Oh yes, we got more ELO. Gonna make sure that snake doesn't bother me. Whoa, what the? Madam Butterfly, thank you for the follow. No way! Oh my goodness, you're my 100th follow! We actually made it! Holy smokes! The stage just keeps getting better. We actually made it to 100 followers. Thank you, Madam Butterfly. And hello, welcome in. If you had asked me years ago if I ever thought it was going to make it to 100 followers, that would have seemed impossible to me, but I guess here we are. "100 followers, congratulations." If anything, you guys deserve the credit for that. I just be streaming whatever, and a lot of you wanted to keep up to date with that stuff. And that just... it's just baffling to me. I'm getting thrown off by so many things, just trying to find a place to put a house. Now you're the one putting in the effort, we're just here for the ride. Listen, don't deprive yourself of the credit that you guys deserve. I know it's probably easier said than done for me, but I think you guys should realize that you have a lot more of a hand in this than you realize. But that could also be me just not wanting to take all the credit. There's like a part of me that feels weird about doing so. I could have the doorway of this being right here. Right outside the swampy area. That is most likely the not wanting to take the most credit. You got me. I don't know, I just feel like it'd be wrong for me to take all the credit. At the end of the day, you guys are the ones that wanted to keep up to date with what I do. And that means a lot, really. I forgot to get more cobblestone. Yes, in excess. Understandable, though. Sometimes it's difficult. Yeah. I'm really hoping this second audio channel ends up working in the sense of not getting my VOD muted. Because as much as I like being able to stream Spotify through a chill stream like this, I know it's a risky decision, since a lot of the time Twitch will mute the parts of the VOD, and last time I did this, it had only muted like certain parts of a song. I mean, if you split the audio so it doesn't appear on the VOD, then you'll be fine. That's what I was trying to do before, but I'm not sure why that didn't entirely work. I have it in 2 different audio tracks. One is for the VOD and the other is for everything else. So we got the main one that has the game audio, my audio, and the audio of Spotify. And then the second one that's meant to be the VOD track, which is just the game audio and my audio. And when I tried that with Twitch before, maybe something wasn't set up correctly, but when I tried, it still played the music and had muted some parts of it. But strangely enough, it did not mute Don't Stop Me Now by Queen. And that was like the first song that I tried this with. Oh, the irony. I have copyrighted music play, and it is fitting to have Don't Stop Me Now be the first song that plays. Queen is just too powerful to be muted. I hope that's the case, because there were just two Queen songs that were playing earlier. 39 and Good Company, both of which aren't sung by Freddie Mercury, but Brian May, and written by Brian May. They're from the same album as Bohemian Rhapsody. That's not where I should place this. Okay, good, I can smelt I can use the swamp oak saplings as fuel. I know offhand, twerp should be fine. They won't mute twerp because they gave permission for streaming their music on live streams, and so did Ninja Sex Party. I think that's also the case for Baby No Money. I could be wrong. I don't know, I'm willing to believe that he would let people stream his songs. I've never met the guy, but he seems chill. Oh, yes. There's a chance that if the VOD doesn't end up... If the VOD doesn't end up in the separate audio tracks for some reason, and it still plays this music, if that song actually gets muted, I'll be sad. I'd be disappointed at the very least. I mean, sometimes even if someone allows it, Twitch will sometimes be like, "No, get muted, nerds!" That's weird. I wonder if that'd be the case for Baby No Money's music as well, and twerp and NSP. I remember seeing a tweet somewhere where I think both NSP and twerp were like, "Yeah, you could use our music for your live streams and such. We're chill with that." Meanwhile, Twitch is like, "Nuh-uh." Which is weird if you ask me. But either way, I'm hoping that the separate audio tracks thing works. Because I'm not only streaming on Twitch, but YouTube as well. And I feel like it would be it would definitely not be good if I kept the VOD up on YouTube and it still detected the music. I'd just be playing if that were the case, I would just be playing the Copyright Olympics. And there is a lot of artists out there that allow it, but then Twitch mutes it anyway. Have you ever seen this one time that it was like a Metallica performance on Twitch? They were playing some of their music, and it was just muted and playing some kind of xylophone music. Oh yeah, you were on YouTube. One moment while I fell there. You... That's very kind of you. I'm gonna build the second layer of this so mobs don't climb their way over here. Oh, that's right, I still didn't get some cobblestone. Yeah, it was. I think it was thanks to Varg Skeletor Joel that I found that. I consider him one of the inspirations of mine when it comes to streaming, especially when it comes to a lot of unusual retro stuff that I'd find. He is also the reason why I was able to... He was also the reason why I'd gotten curious of a game called Hard Time 3, where you could just create a custom low-poly prisoner kind of character. Like, he had created one that was called Bulk Bogan. I gotta save this diamond here. I should probably make some torches. But I don't have any coal, so I'm gonna have to go for charcoal. There we go. Oh, I already ran out of saplings. Let's just smelt some of these. Got quite the food supply. What do we get from this bird's nest? Alright, I accept this. Alright, got some charcoal. Now I can make some torches. That does not go there. Oh, what is this one? Ah, yes, we got Maiden. I shouldn't be surprised, because, like, my playlist... But still, if there's something that I really like that comes on, I still get quite the enjoyment out of that. Oh. That explains why there was a weird noise. This kind of creature. La criatura. Le creature. Okay. 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 Really? Not this early. Did I kill him? Yes, torch time. Oh. Keep your distance, sir. Oh, both of them. Whoa. Okay. Dodge. Oh. Also, I apologize for the long pauses between my chats. I'm also drawing. No worries. I'm curious, how goes the art? Place this over here. I'm gonna need to use up the bread. Keep the ice in there, or the ice essence. All right, more charcoal. Let's place one door in there, and let's smelt the chicken. It's going well. Currently working on a backup D&D character for a campaign I'm in. Nice. Oh, creeper. I did not pick the wisest of times to read that. I still got this, though. Yeah. Oh. Okay. And another skeleton, but luckily it's not a one with the bow and arrow. Oh. One more piece of iron and I could make a big sword. We gotta get another block of cobblestone. Oh, I knew I was forgetting something. There we go. Couldn't hurt to get more cobblestone blocks. Yes, more iron. There we go, more iron. What explosive company. And I thought I was the one with the most ridiculous puns. I'm all for it, though. That gets a +2 from me. Okay, now I can make a full set, I think. Yes, we got some Sabbath. Now, interestingly, this is from an era that had neither kind of bombed the joke. Another +2 from me. Okay, there we go. Okay, I thought the sapling wasn't gonna work. So, interestingly, this Black Sabbath song is neither from the Ozzy Osbourne era or the Ronnie James Dio era. This was sometime afterwards, I think. This one didn't last very long because the singer at the time, Glenn Hughes, that era was going well at first, and he was singing quite well. But, fun fact, when he got into an altercation in an elevator, he got punched in the nose, and everyone thought that it was going to be fine and that he was going to recover. Then he tried to sing live, and it did not go very well. So unfortunately, that era was short-lived. So there's a bit of Black Sabbath lore drop. For those mainly familiar with the Ozzy era and the Dio era. Because I'm a huge nerd when it comes to a lot of classic rock and metal, and especially 80s pop and 80s rock. Though Sabbath isn't entirely 80s, more 70s, maybe? Kind of both. There was an attempt. Oh, that's right. Almost forgot to place that. I mean, I'm gonna need more logs. It's not enough charcoal. Oh. I hear the sound of a slime bouncing. Even though that era wasn't the most favorable for Glenn Hughes, outside of that, he's been like a great singer. He was in Deep Purple as another singer after Ian Gillan had left originally. It was Glenn Hughes and it was Glenn Hughes singing on bass while the frontman was David Coverdale of Whitesnake before he had formed Whitesnake. Oh, now I can make a giant sword. Look at that, 7 damage. Now to smite the indigo-colored slime. Oh, blueberry slime. Oh boy, infernal slime. It's okay, we still survive. Okay, they drop slime balls and lapis. Sometimes it feels too easy to get some of the more rare things in this mod pack. Like the ore spawn for like diamond ore is unusually easy to find. Alright, got some lapis. There we go, we're gonna get more charcoal. Ooh, a dimensional door. I will take that on later. And while I do, I mean when I do, I'll get some montage music to cue for that. I'll get some shears. Because I need to get some wool to make a bed if I want to skip the dangerous nights. What is that structure over there? Oh, it's just some kind of altar. Or something. I'm gonna leave that goat alone. Oh, another sheep. Oh, yes, it's just enough for a bed. Sir? Alright, here we go. Almost forgot to scroll down here. There we go. Now it's easier for me to see chat. Alright, I already got plenty of charcoal. Just wait for that to finish. One more ingot of iron and then I can make pants. There we go. Just stick the gold in there, because I don't need it yet. Oh wait, I could use some of the fire for more bread. See, any other nearby things I could get? Maybe in that cave. I will say, now that we've reached 100 followers, I have another twist to do for one of these kinds of chill Hexxit II Hardcore streams. Though there's a chance it might be later at night as opposed to in the morning. So be on the lookout for that. If I can find a good day to schedule that. What is one that can work for a lot of people? That's one thing that I gotta figure out. And this interesting twist that I have is, if you've heard of Truth or Drink, what if I did Truth or Restart? Meaning if there was a question that I chose not to answer, I would have to restart the whole world. Restart the whole Hexxit II world. I feel like that'd be an interesting twist. Oh. Alright, found a lot of coal here. Oh, interestingly, I did get to see Alice Cooper a couple months ago. It was either a couple months ago or... No, it was 2025 that I got to see Alice Cooper and Judas Priest, as they were both doing a tour together, I think. I went to get coffee and cigarettes. What I miss? Oh, Cole. Well, Lyra, I did happen to reach 100 followers. Which I would not have expected. If you had asked me, like, years ago if that was possible, if you had asked me years ago if I thought that was possible, I would have thought you were just messing around. But then, like, over the course of, like, a couple weeks, I think the follower count was... Like, sometime in March, the follower count was, like, around 72. And then, through the different streams that I do, not just by consistency, but with, like, a lot of the cool people that I've worked with, it was eventually getting to, like, 79, and then 82, and then, like, 88, and then 92, then 95, then 98, then 99, and now here we are. It's, like, insane. Yeah, I would... It's insane, really. I'm just, like, completely baffled. Like, that many people want to stay up to date with, like, streams like this. Yeah, I'm really at a loss for words right now. I'm just having so much trouble with like, words right now. But to a lot of you that are following and watching this, thank you. It really means a lot. Where is my house? Oh, good. Okay, we got house. Here's the house. And we got the spare iron. That's right, I didn't find a place to use the small farm plot. Oh, yeah. I don't have the large water bottle with me, but I have to go with the smaller one. The larger water bottle was in the kitchen, and I feel like it would take longer for me to go grab that one. But I do still have the smaller one. So I never entirely stream completely dehydrated. Come on, give me the other piece of iron. There we go. Cooper and Priest? Yeah, they were doing a tour a couple months ago. Yeah, trust me, I would not want to be dehydrated. Especially not with the lifestyle that I have. That would just be counterproductive. Hydration is important, chat. So if anything, if hydrate is activated, what do you say we all drink water in solidarity? Not just have it be a me thing. Don't stream when dehydrated or I'll be upset with you. I make no plans on staying dehydrated. I don't think I'd survive if that was the case. Well, now I'm curious as to the lifestyle you have. The lifestyle that I have, aside from streaming, I've been making sure to get some walking in and go to the gym at least 6 days a week. So I'm pretty sure with that kind of work, if I did stay dehydrated, that would not be good. Water's important for that kind of thing as well. I don't need the copper just yet, but I'll smelt that anyways. Yeah, it's important to keep your health in check. Just to store that there. What was I looking for? Oh yeah, a place to put the bed. I'm also at a point where if I had like a day where I was not getting at least some resistance training in, I would just feel like trash. If you put me in a room where I could not find a way to resistance train for like the rest of the day, I'm just gonna feel like trash. Oh, can I sleep this? Oh, I couldn't sleep the night away. You find yourself unable to rest tonight. I don't know why that happens sometimes. I mean, in real life, I can kind of assume why. The night has 1,000 saxophones, so get out there and rock and roll the bones. Get busy. I should memorize the rap part of that song. The only Rush song that has a rap in it. Not something I would have ever expected. Understandable. I used to lift heavy until I got diagnosed with fibro, and my doc was like, yeah, ease it up a little. Dang. Also, you might not be able to sleep because no roof. That could be the case. I wonder if that's a thing with this mod pack. Interestingly, I did try to see with the earlier today. I did try to see with the chest press machine that if I could experiment with a different level, and I tried with 120 pounds and 6 reps on that, and well, there were two sets that I could do with that. There was supposed to be a third one, but the machine got taken. But being able to do 6 reps on 120 pounds, I did not think that was possible at first, but I still wanted to try anyways. Okay, as much as I like the song, what is this? What's another one that we got? Yes. I'm not gonna let you ruin the song for me, Skeleton. I'm gonna live my old lifting days through you vicariously. Fair enough. I'll keep those for later. You know, as much as I like this song, the main character of this needs to move on. If Jesse has a girl that he wants, it's not healthy for him to focus on that. I'm gonna be that guy that'll look into the story of a song that deeply. It's still catchy though. It's a great song. Also, Lyra, that is the kind of thing that I was talking about when I had mentioned that I might be more on the twunk side than the twink side. No, you're right. Oh, I thought that was the Harbinger for a second, but no, it was just a zombie with a shovel. A stacked JP, I can appreciate that. Thanks. Also, on the topic of looking into the story of songs too deeply, can I just say that while the Macarena is very catchy, the main character, what a not very good person. Her boyfriend is out in the military or something, and there she is just singing about being with another man and being like, what was I supposed to do? He was out for whatever, and his friends were oh so fine. Like, man, you suck. Unless it's a polygamy kind of thing and you're both accepting of it, man, you are just the worst woman. No, Macarena is kind of yeesh. Exactly. It's a catchy song though. And that's what gives me a love-hate kind of relationship with that song. This song feels like complete nonsense at first, since it's just like a lot of gibberish at first, but this was not the original version of the song that I had discovered. This is the original song, but not the first one that I discovered. I found this through a CD that my grandmother had from the Blues Brothers. And I was a kid when I heard this song and was amused by how nonsensical the lyrics were. A ricochet biscuit is a kind of a biscuit. It's supposed to bounce back off the wall and into your mouth. If it don't bounce back, you go hungry. I'd always get a kick out of that. Yet another part of the tism that I deal with. Just memorizing the most unusual stuff. Not my house, sir. Oh. This might be hard to recover from. Luckily, I still got the door. Yep, pretty much. What do you want for nothing? A rubber biscuit? Oh yes, Phil Collins. We're gonna need some more dirt to fill up that hole. Can't have the big gaping hole here. Man, because of a lot of the people that I know, I can't look at the word gaping the same way again. More dirt, more wood. Yep. We're gonna have to borrow some of this dirt. You shut your mouth, Lyra. There should be even for the most part. Now to place the other blocks of wood. Proud of yourself? Proud of what you've done? There, now to place this here. Oh. And there we go. I'm an innocent fox, the most innocent of the Vulpecula sisters. Where's that Charlie quote? Where's that Moist Critical quote that I gotta look for? Because this would be really fitting for this. Of all the things in the world that has never happened, that is the most didn't happen stuff of all time. Yeah, I just wanted to talk about the true side of Lyra. That's about it. So, yeah. Don't bring Charlie into this. Too late. Charlie has already been brought into this. There we go. Now the rest of the floor is not missing. See, I knew you couldn't keep a straight face when saying that. You think I don't know your tricks? Now you have a house again, or most of a house. At least good enough of a house by my standards in a hardcore world. Most of the time I have left it unfinished in terms of no roof. You don't know all... I don't know all your tricks? Is that so? Is that so? Okay, a few blocks of wood missing. Yes, it is. You have yet to be in a VC with me. Oh gosh, I fear that day. Oh, there is a song that comes to mind when I think of, like, something that is released in the past few decades. But I don't know if y'all are prepared for that. Give me a minute, I'm preparing a throwback. It's not this one. Give me a minute. You could say... You could say that it's been so long since people heard this. Say what you want, but I think this and Die in a Fire are bangers. Somewhere, my friend Nat has just awakened because this song started playing. And also, at the same time, somewhere Echo senses something. Yeah, this is one of those cases where... a lot of the music that I like can be quite varied. Not to sound like that kind of guy. You're like, oh, I like all kinds of different music. It just really depends. Like, the majority of the stuff that I like, usually classic rock and 80s pop. But I tend to be open to a lot of stuff. As long as it isn't, yeah, there was a gator that passed by. Oh. Not today, Florida. There were some gators, and there was a Komodo dragon, I think. I think it said Komodo dragon when I looked at it. Yeah, Komodo dragon. It's got some scales from it. Still not enough for armor. Oh, the Komodo dragon made you jump? I think one of the only genres that I'll find hard for me to get into is, like, a lot of modern day country songs. Because it's like the way that Bo Burnham puts it. A lot of modern day country songs would just be like songs about country stuff, while the singers themselves have never worked a hard day's life and are pretty much millionaires to begin with. And the worst example of that is, if you ask me, the worst example of that is Chicken Fried by Zac Brown Band. I hate that song so much. Especially because my mother would cue it on the stereo so many times. It's one of the most generic modern day country songs I've ever heard. A little bit of chicken fried, cold beer on a Friday night? Are you kidding me? Don't get me started on that. Because I will start going on a tangent about that song. I I really like chicken fried. The song or the actual... Yeah, no worries. I got plenty of charcoal. Oh, water staff. I didn't even know I had that. I should really just make a redeem that's labeled... I should really just make a redeem that's labeled, hold on, I'm in ad hell. Let me just chop down this tree and get plenty of sticks from it. And I can get plenty of torches from this. And use up the rest of this wooden axe. Welcome back. Ah, the band Kiss. Good music. Horrible business people to work with. When you said you like chicken fried, do you mean like actual fried chicken or the song? I'm not gonna get on anyone's case for if they actually do like the song, but do not expect me to like that. Especially with having to hear it so many times on the stereo. That is a song you cannot get me to like, even through Stockholm Syndrome. The song, you actually like the song. Fair enough. I just pray that I'm never forced to listen to it again. Oh, I don't have enough iron to make an iron chest. Oh. There's an interdimensional door somewhere, and I'm gonna see if I can take that over. And for this attempt, I should try to... Oh wait, I should make an axe first so I can bring some wood with me. As I take over the dimensional door, I should bring some 80s montage music with me and see how well that goes. But I'll let this song play out first. Because MJ always deserves my time. When it comes to newer country artists, Chris Jansen and Jelly Roll are like the ones where I believe their music. Like, I believe they have done or dealt with what they sing about. I haven't known much about either of them, but I believe you. I wouldn't know about Rascal Flatts, because I've only known about the one song that they've performed, and that's Life is a Highway from the movie Cars. And I will say that is one of the exceptions to modern day country music that I'll give a pass, because that is a banger. When I think about Cars is very down to earth, and Jelly has dealt with a lot. I see. When it comes to the movie Cars, it's okay for me, but the song is what I remember the most. Heck yeah. I would be down to... I would be down to hit the lower notes of that with someone for karaoke if I didn't deal with performance anxiety. Activated my sleeper cell. I see you also wield some sleeper cells. Yeah, here's the thing. I don't know whether or not I'd be good or bad. Just the performance anxiety stops me from getting opinions of others. I should probably get more blocks of wood. It's one of those things where I would like to try, but then there's the performance anxiety. Also, I feel like if I did, it would just fulfill more of that VTuber quota. Just fulfilling all the stereotypes of VTubers. Will you sing for me, JP? Maybe in due time. Maybe. I say maybe because I don't want to make a promise that I would not be able to keep. I have to apologize, Aerosmith. We're gonna need some 80s montage music for this kind of thing. So I'm gonna need you to hold off on back in the saddle for a bit. Okay, add this to the queue. And then from that same album, go with this. And then add this to the queue as well, depending on how far we go. You and my roommate are making we want to play Minecraft. Enter Sandman. Well, there's a lot of there's a few 80s montage music that I have queued, but Enter Sandman I don't think classifies as that. But that is one that I could make sure to queue another time. I will make a note of that. Alright. Time to get the 80s montage music ready. Alright, here we go. Whoa! How'd that get there? How did a bird get in here? Taking a chance, risking it all. Could not find any more fitting lyrics. Oh. There is definitely tripwire. Oh. Careful. Carefully. We need plenty of these. Oh, there's TNT down there. I am so glad that I dodged that. I've never seen the movie that this was used in, but I really like how this sounds. Okay, here we go. I don't need the pressure plate. This is what really matters. Well, I don't want the redstone torch either. Yes! Oh boy! I'm getting out of there. Holy smokes. Oh, we conquered it this time. We're rich! Alright, first order of business, do that. We got an even better sword. What do I not need? I don't want to stick the sapling in there. What can I smelt in here? I'm gonna chop down some of this tree. What do I get rid of here? I guess I don't need the apple. Smelt some more of that, and use that as fuel. Do I dare try my luck and look for another dimensional door? I will see how far I can go to look for another dimensional door, because I can't go through that one again. It's already created a rift. And we're still keeping the 80s montage music. Oh, this is a great one. If I'm at the gym, and I'm at my last set, this is one of the multiple songs I'll choose for it. It's like one of the best. It'll either be this, something by Stan Bush from the original Transformers movie, or it'll be like one of the songs from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, or it'll be the opening to Chainsaw Man. Those are great for like the last set. It's thanks to my friend Panda that I had found out about this song. Who I will give a... Oh, actually, I think I can give a shout out to her. She's not live currently, but I think if I type this command, it should display a clip of hers. Okay, never mind, it doesn't work. I'll do it here as well. Unrecognized command? What do you mean? They're just... Oh, it's slash shoutout, not slash SO. There we are. Oh, here's something that I can take on that can fit the montage music. We got a dungeon to take over. This large building. Alright, as it kicks in, I gotta just charge in there and see how long it can last. Zeraxis? Okay, here we go. the music's already fading. Oh! Another spectral enemy. No! Gotta get my sword. No, I don't want the apple! Get this apple out of... Okay. Well, I tried. We actually got further than expected with this. So I think that'll be the end of this morning's stream. So I guess you guys can enjoy this journey song as I switch to this screen. But anyways, that is the end of this morning's stream. Thank you to those that have joined whenever possible. If you want to keep up to date with what I do, I tend to stream at least twice a week under the name JPS Freak on YouTube and Twitch. And once again, thank you guys for 100 followers on Twitch. It seriously means a lot. And I can't wait to do that. I can't wait to do that idea that I had mentioned before of truth or restart, where if I am given a question that I choose not to answer, I have to restart the whole world. It's going to be an interesting thing to try out. But yeah, and expect another... And for those that follow me on YouTube, expect a video to be uploaded soon. This time on the main channel. We got some highlights from the My Friendly Neighborhood stream with my friends Josh and Momo. And Josh can be found under the name Josh Rail on Twitch, YouTube, and Twitter. He makes great art, and he is also very unhinged. And Momo you can find under the name real_gothmime on Twitch and Twitter, and under the name gothmime on YouTube and Blue Sky. They tend to have a goth avatar and a mime avatar that they'll stream under. Usually the mime one if they're just being silent. And they've been killing it with that avatar recently. Also, don't forget... Monday night, we'll be having our first community night. We'll be playing golf with your friends, so if that's something that you guys are interested in, there's the link to the Discord in the link tree that I have, or in the description of my Twitch page, if that is something that may interest you. It's gonna be interesting trying out our first community night. But yeah, other than that, is there somebody that I can raid? Let me find out. I would raid you or Echo, but that Resident Evil stream is not until much later. I could possibly send you guys over to Liberator. He happens to follow me, I happen to follow him. Let's go for it. Let's see, Liber 4TOR. Alright, everyone. We are charging towards Liberator's stream. Be nice to him. Show him some love. But not too much, otherwise it'll get weird. So we go for the raid, and I will see you all very soon. Have a good rest of the day, everyone.